Welcome back, everybody, to the Carolina Panthers franchise here on Madden 20, going into week number 10, just getting off a huge win against the Cleveland Browns, a win we needed so we didn't have to lose 3 straight, so we get the losing streak over with, get back on the winning ways, get to 6-2. We'll face this 3-5 Bengals team. And also, we have a big one here. So Brian Burns has a chance to become a superstar X Factor. So this is huge. So we got to hold the Bengals less than 150 yards or get him 3 either interceptions, forced fumbles, tackle for loss, or sacks. So we got a big chance here in week number 10 underway here, and seeing a familiar face in Jake Fromm. We'll see him when the Bengals come onto the field. But we'll receive the ball here first, and we'll get our offense going here first. So big chance in this ball game to get Brian Burns to be a superstar X Factor. But you know, we want to continue to get this offense rolling here. So 2nd and 10, hand off to Christian McCaffrey. That's a good start. Really need to get him going. He gets him to the 46-yard line and just short of the first down. I'm not sure about that spot, actually. Wow, looked like he had the first, but they call him 2 yards back. And on 3rd and 2, he's going to go nowhere. And then also, he's going to come up holding his wrist. So that is not what we want to see at all. Trying to get McCaffrey going. And then we're going to try a fake here to get something going with the offense. And that's not going to work out at all, as that will not work, and that brings on the Cincinnati offense. And here comes Jake Fromm, a guy we drafted, a guy we thought we were going to give a chance to, and then ended up just trading him here to Cincinnati. So he's trying to do whatever he can with this team. Obviously 3-5, not really what they want, but they got Joe Mixon picking up 15 yards there. Low back strain for McCaffrey. Man, it just seems all the time he goes down. He is out for the rest of this game, so he'll be up to Dalvin Cook and company. But Sherrod is in there for the sack, so at least the defense steps up with giving the terrible field position. He's going to hold this Bengal team to a field goal attempt. This 45-yarder is up, but it's going to be good. So Bengals will get on the board first, 3-0 the score. So now the offense back at work. 1st and 10, hand off to Dalvin Cook, and there was 4 Bengals there to bring him down. And just like that, brings up a 3rd down. So 3rd and 9. Fields looking open across the middle is Henry Ruggs. And that is a big first down. Something we've needed. Definitely didn't want to just go 3 and out again and punt the ball back to the Bengals. So good job getting the first there. And then here's the run. Bo Scarborough, a guy we picked up during the week. And he gets some playing time here. Obviously now with McCaffrey out for the rest of the game. And what a first impression. 29 yards. 1st down, brings a little power to, obviously Dalvin Cook and McCaffrey with that speed and agility, and Bo Scarborough can get in there and maybe get some tough yards here and there. That was a big run there, and then we'll dump it off to Ian Thomas. That'll pick up good yardage there and bring up a 3rd and 2 here from the 19. Play action, going outside Evan Ingram, who has the catch, and Ingram is down to the 3. So good drive here, getting down to the 3, try to put this one in. The offense performed well last week in Cleveland against a tough defense. Cincinnati's defense, not really the same type of defense. So hopefully we can do some damage in this game, and that's a good one there. Dalvin Cook in for the touchdown. Great drive there, answering right back from the disappointment of the 3 and out and holding him to a field goal. So 7-3 here in the first quarter, and then the defense going back to work. So yeah, Brian Burns, we have a chance here, less than 150 yards. I'm not sure about that, but maybe the 3 tackles for the loss or the 3 sacks, that might be something we could try to get, as Burns had 5 sacks last week. And we get the stop there. Man, Sherrod is just all over the place. Makes the stop there and gets our offense back on the field. So 1st and 10, hand off to Dalvin Cook, who's off to the races with the speed. I'm not sure anybody's going to catch him. Down to the 20, and he's going to be finally brought down at the 13-yard line. Huge run for Dalvin Cook. He is just a playmaker, that is for sure. And we're down to the 13 just like that. 1st and 10. Fields going to get this to Evan Ingram, who makes the move down, and he's just going to be short of the goal line right at the 1. So, man, just in a few plays, chance to put this up to a 14-3 ball game. Bo Scarborough in the backfield, and he's just going to trip up, just be stopped there at the 1. So it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. We got goal line set up. See if we can trick him here. Play action. Wide open is Evan Ingram for the touchdown. Man, what a nice drive there. Looks like the offense is in rhythm. Going back to last week, hopefully this is the start of something here. Obviously we struggled. Then that little bit of a losing streak. Not really going right here, so this is looking fantastic. Back on the defense, 2nd and 3, and Brian Burns there with the stop tackle for loss. So at least there's one. Brings up a 3rd and 7 here. So from the gun, he is looking. He's going to go underneath. That's going to be caught by Boyd. That is going to be a first down up to the 36-yard line. So Cincinnati continues their drive here. 50 seconds left in this first quarter. Going to try to end around to A.J. Green, but Burns is there for the stop. I believe that's another tackle for a loss. So all we need right now with 3 quarters left is 1 tackle for loss with Brian Burns. And he can call himself a superstar X Factor, and there he is! Brian Burns comes through for the sack on Jake Fromm. There we go. So Burns has just been dominating. 6 sacks in the last 2 games now. Well, at least, in the last 6 quarters. As he gets the sack there, gets the punt, and now the offense can go back to work, as that's going to be DJ Moore picking up decent yardage there. He has a first down, and he's up to the 36-yard line. 1st and 10. Fields looking, blitz coming, Moore with the catch, and DJ Moore up now to the 46-yard line through 2 consecutive plays. Nice job by the offensive line picking up the blitz there, allowing Fields to find his man. 2nd and 2, handoff to Scarborough as he is absolutely laid out, but does pick up a first down. So down to the 35, Fields looking in the pocket all the time in the world. He'll find Harry there underneath for the catch, picks up around 8. And now 3rd and 2. We're going to go back to Dalvin Cook on the ground. Makes a move, gets to the outside, breaks the tackle, and with his speed, he's going for the touchdown. Dalvin Cook having himself a game here with no Christian McCaffrey. Puts him over 100 yards there. 2nd touchdown of the ball game. And man, the way he is running this ball, the way we're running over this Bengals defense, he might be in store for a huge game. Puts this up to 21-3 now. So this Bengals offense really needs to get something going here soon, or this is going to turn even more into a blowout. 2nd and 2, Fromm looking, going deep, going up top, one-on-one. It's going to be knocked away. Great play there by Fuller, and brings up another 3rd down. 3rd and 2, they're going to run the ball to Mixon. He's going nowhere. I think that was Cleveland Farrell getting the initial hit there. Bunch of Panthers had to clean that up. And now we're back on the offense. 1st and 10. Ball is loose. Dalvin Cook luckily picks this one up. Read option did not work out that time. That's going to be a loss of 6. And that'll put us back to the 40. So 2nd and 16. Fields looking. Has a man down the field. Open is Evan Ingram. Wide open down the seam. First down to the 31-yard line. Big play there. He's had a pretty good first half. 30 yards on the catch there. And we're down to the 34. So a 3rd down, bringing the blitz, and he's just going to go up top to DJ Moore. That's going to be incomplete. But I was about to say, this offense has been a complete turnaround as the field goal attempt here from about 51 yards. As Lambeau's kick is going to be up, it's going to be good. So I don't know what happened. Just that 2-game stretch just not really working out. We played a tough Browns team and we moved the ball against them. Better second half, so maybe something in that second half, that Browns game really turned around. I know this Bengals defense is not the greatest defense in the world, but still, we were struggling even against regular defenses. And then our defense, speaking of our defense, is really, once Luke Kuechly has been back, it has come alive. As Sherrod with the interception makes another play in this ball game, and that's going to put us at the 40-yard line here with 2:20 left in this first half. So 1st and 10, we're going to run a bit of a power option there to Dalvin Cook to the outside. He'll pick up around 7 yards up to the 33-yard line. So 2-minute warning, 2nd and 3, back to Dalvin Cook on the ground, makes another run, cuts to the outside, has another good run, picks up 10, 6 carries, 118, 2 touchdowns here for Dalvin Cook in this first half. It's been fantastic. 1st and 10. Fields is going to take off, use his feet. He'll pick up 9 up to the 14-yard line, and we'll let this clock run down here so we don't let the Bengals get a possession out of it. 2nd and 1, watch out, and he's going to go down for the sack. Geno Atkins there to bring him down, and brings up a 3rd and 11. Is just going to dump this one down here to DJ Moore. Hopefully he can make a few moves. He does. He's going to be short of the first down, but we'll set up a field goal here for Lambeau. Just a pretty chippy one here. This one's up. It's going to be good. Put this to 27-3, and that is going to bring us into halftime here. And man, an absolute dominant half there by this Panthers team. It's something we desperately needed. We've been in such tough games here the last 3 games, And this is a game that's definitely needed for sure. Hopefully we can continue the blowout here in the second half. See the Falcons there on Monday night taking on Dallas. Saints ended up beating Detroit, so the Saints still just a game back of us. So we got to continue, obviously, winning here. Since they beat us, they have the tiebreaker over us at the moment. So we have to continue the winning ways because we end up losing a game here. They have the division lead pretty much. 3rd and 3 could have been picked off by Monte Nicholson. But that's going to fall incomplete. Bengals just like that go 3 and out and brings back our offense. So let's see if we can continue the ways here with Dalvin Cook. Makes a nice cutback and look at him digging for yards there. He's up to the 30-yard line and give him another first down. 128 on 7 carries. Just absolutely dominating this ball game. 2nd and 10. Brought the blitz. Dalvin Cook now going to get himself involved in the receiving game. Picks up about 10 yards there. And now Dalvin Cook is coming up injured. Cannot keep these running backs healthy. So Scarborough now in the game. We'll have to check on Dalvin Cook. He'll pick up around maybe a yard or two. And broken ribs for Dalvin Cook. That is not good. I expect McCaffrey back the next game, but with broken ribs, Dalvin Cook could be out for an extended period of time. So we'll have to wait on that at the after the game is over. Not good news there, especially in a blowout game. We don't want to get these big-time injuries here, especially getting near the end of the season. Not what you want to see there, as Fields is going to pick up a first down there with his legs up to the 31-yard line. 1st and 10. Now Scarborough is going to be a lot more involved here. The free agent pickup. He's got the fresh legs. He picks up good yardage there, and on 3rd and inches, he'll have another first down. And he is running hard. He is looking good here. Actually, 7 carries, 49 yards. I'm liking what I'm seeing from him up to the 15-yard line. And a good drive going here. 1st and 10. Fields looking around. Has nobody. He's going to take off himself. And he will get in for the score. Justin Fields using his legs. He had 2 touchdowns last week on the ground. Has one here. Puts this game up to a 34-3 ball game. And I can pretty much say this is an absolute blowout here in week number 10. Yeah, not what you want to see if you're in a primetime game. You don't want to see those blowouts here, but, we will take it here. 34-3, just continue to try to get Brian Burns. I think with the sacks, I'm not sure. They don't really count them for, obviously, for tackles for loss, but hopefully if we can get a couple more sacks or maybe another tackle for loss, Brian Burns will have himself a superstar X Factor. 2nd and 12, going to go underneath, and that might be it. Burns with the tackle. It is. Tackle for loss right there. Brian Burns, you can welcome yourself to the X Factor Club because you are one of them. As there we go. But then on 3rd and 13, misplayed by Fuller. Should have had the pick. And that's going to be A.J. Green with the catch down to the 9-yard line. So the Bengals at least trying to get on the board here with a touchdown. I mean, they already have 3, but trying to get 7. 1st and goal, they're going to dump this one down to Mixon. And now Delpit is hurt, and he has a shoulder tear. So 2 big injuries here. Delpit and Dalvin Cook definitely going to be out for an extended period of time. 3rd and goal. The Bengals will get their touchdown there to Sample, who comes up with the score, puts us to a 34-10 ball game. But big story now, man. 2 huge injuries. We'll have to wait, like I said, after the game to see what happens here with these guys. We need them. Hopefully they're not out for a long period of time, as we are still throwing the ball deep here. DJ Moore, that is a huge catch down to the 20-yard line and a first down, as now that puts him in the zone. 1st and 10. Fields looking to DJ Moore, who's in for the touchdown. Just like that, 2 huge plays. We answer right back in about 20 seconds. Put this one up to a 41-10 ball game. Back to a 31-point lead as we're near here the end of this 3rd quarter. 1:40 left. As on 2nd and 3, Boyd will have the catch. He's going to pick up the first down. So the Bengals, I don't know what you're going to do. Just trying to, obviously play for some pride here. As Joe Mixon with the carry, with his speed, he's going to get away from Sapp, who's going to now be into the ball game and probably take over here, depending how many weeks are out for Grant Delpit. But Mixon goes in for the touchdown. So the Bengals aren't, I'll give them some credit. They're not, going away, trying to keep this competitive here. And Scarborough now with the carry, trying to get some blocks, and he is up to the 44-yard line the way he is going. We got a quarter left. We're going to have to pretty much run the ball the rest of the way. He might have 100 yards. So 2nd and 8. We're going to still pass it here, still trying to stay aggressive. Going up top to DJ Moore, and he's going to get it knocked away from him. Incomplete there. So bring up a 3rd and 8. Fields is just going to take this one himself in the man-to-man coverage. Nobody looking at the quarterback. Takes off, gets out of bounds, doesn't take the hit. Up to the 28-yard line. First down. I think maybe this is going to be maybe the last drive here for Justin Fields with the blowout here. 2nd and 14. Fields looking, going to find Henry Ruggs. Has the catch, makes the juke move, and he's all the way down to the 5-yard line. So Ruggs with a nice catch there. We'll see if he can put this one here in here. 2nd and goal from the 6. Less than 10 minutes left in this ball game. As Fields looking around, gets away from the pressures. He's going to take this one himself, and he's going to run in for the touchdown. Fields with his 2nd rushing touchdown of this ball game, and that's going to put it up to a 48-17 game here. So with 28 seconds left in the ball game, you can see it's going to be Brian Burns coming in there for the sack, gets the safety, and that is actually his 3rd sack of the ball game. So Burns, he got the 3 tackles for loss. He got the 3 sacks, and he gets a superstar X Factor here in a blowout victory, 50-17 over the Cincinnati Bengals. Not a good revenge game for Jake Fromm as Fields won off. 2 touchdowns through the air, 2 touchdowns through the ground. Dalvin Cook, he won out with the injury. I have to check on that. But 2 100-yard rushers as Bo Scarborough had 100 yards. DJ Moore with 158. The offense was clicking in this ball game. Excellent game here. Defense, Brian Burns, man. 8 total tackles, 3 sacks, 3 tackles for loss. We also had Sherrod with the pick. The defense stepped up great from 121 and a pick. Not what you want to see there. I mean, give Mixon. Mixon looked well. I mean, they didn't quit. I'll give them credit there. They did not quit, but man, not much you can do there. Absolute blowout. Much needed win to stay in front of the Saints, who got the victory. So DJ Moore, a bunch of guys here with a skill point here. Obviously, DJ Moore with a huge game there. Probably physical. Get that catching traffic up maybe. Wow, a lot of upgrades here. 2 catching traffic, 1 catching, 1 release, 1 short round, 1 trucking, and 1 break tackle. So that's cool to see. Jarek Wills Jr. Maybe agile or power. Continue that run game. You know, if we can turn into a power, that power run game with the quarterback we have, that would be fantastic. Two run block power, so that's good to see. Dontrell Sherrod, obviously a high overall pick. Still waiting to see what Dev trade he's going to have. Snaps still not there yet, but he does have an ability slot there on that upgrade. So that would say maybe he does have the snaps now. Let's take a look. We'll have to see what he is. We'll go back there as Keon Griffin has an upgrade. We'll up to Agile there. So maybe with the ability slot, we'll have to see. Maybe he has enough snaps now. I think by week maybe 10 he does. As Brian Burns, you can see, he is now, welcome him to the suit. Man, we got 3 X Factors on this defense. Wow. So Burns, Kuechly, and Von Miller. So 3 X Factors on the defense. As you can see, the new ability unlocked for Dontrell Sherrod. See what these are, unfakeable. So defenders are really, he's not faked out by ball carrier moves. So that's pretty cool. And then man up. So he's very good in man coverage and can force more knockouts instead of the receiver catching the ball, obviously. So let's take a look. He's a superstar. So that trade up and that pick turned out to be fantastic. Sherrod already up to an 80 overall, superstar ability. And let's see the injuries here. Delpit and Dalvin Cook will be out for 4 weeks. Shoulder tear there and broken ribs. So they will be back in time for the playoffs if we get there, but that really stinks for sure. Dalvin Cook having a very good season. We take on Seattle. In Seattle, you can see a struggling team at 3-6. Rams right now 5-4. They started that win streak. With us, obviously, they got on a roll. So you can see we're right there in front of the Saints. So going to Seattle at a 3-6 team, hopefully we can take care of business. It's always a tough place to play with Russell Wilson and company, but hopefully we can get it done there. You can see Fields wins Player of the Week. You can see another there, Cam Newton, who's doing pretty well with the Broncos. A little bit of resurgence for him. But we get an important victory there. Go to 7-3. We'll go to Seattle and try to get this, go to 7-2, sorry, and then we'll try to go to 8-2 to keep ahead of that Saints team. That's what we need to do. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for all the support. I really appreciate it. If you could please leave a like, that'd be awesome. And subscribe if you have not done so. I will see you guys in the next one. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.